UW Parkside Fan of the Year, Sarah Scott. Sarah Scott's been fighting cancer and its effects since 1989. 2 weeks before her 16th birthday, Sarah sat outside on a hot June day, freezing in her sweatsuit. What was a fever of 102 and rising turned out to be leukemia. For the next 4 years, Sarah spent time in and out of hospitals and schools, but never without her loving parents by her side. After aggressive experimental treatment, Sarah entered remission just before entering college and meeting the man she'd marry. Told her ability to conceive was unlikely, Sarah was distraught, but she had hope. And then she had a beautiful daughter named Hope, and just a few years later, a boy named Tristan. Since then, Sarah's overcome necrosis in her shoulder and cancer of the thyroid and lymph nodes. Today, Sarah cheers on the Parkside Rangers, knowing that there's no guarantee that she's seen the last of her foe, but sure of the guarantee that she won't stop fighting. UW Milwaukee Fan of the Year, Rita McCambridge. Rita McCambridge had already been helping her sister fight lung cancer when she got word that she too had adenocarcinoma. Caring for her sister taught Rita that knowledge was power, so Rita and her husband did all they could to prepare, plan, and fight. Aggressive chemotherapy and radiation have yet to free Rita from cancer, but she will be part of a study this fall that could be just what she needs. Rita says she's never liked being called a fighter, knowing all too well that fights have winners and losers. So Sarah calls it her dance with cancer. And thanks to the love of family and friends, Rita wakes up each morning to find the dance floor has grown with those who will dance with her. And though Rita will tell you she's not much of a real dancer, her cancer would beg to differ. Edgewood College Fan of the Year, Marshall Baldridge. In early 2010, Marshall Baldridge had a cold. At least that's what her physician had said. But Marshall knew her body was telling her something different. And as we all should, she made sure to listen to it. A few weeks later, a tumor was discovered in the back of Marshall's throat. With no surgical option available, Marshall confronted her cancer with chemotherapy and 35 treatments of radiation therapy over 7 weeks. After 34 of those treatments, Marshall had lost more than 40 pounds and was unable to eat or drink or speak. Her body said, "Enough radiation." And again, she was right. Today, Marshall Baldridge is cancer-free. Find her in the stands at every one of the Eagles home games she attends, and she'll tell you, always listen to what your body is saying. UW-Madison Fan of the Year, Ronnie Stotts. When he was just 10 years old, Ronnie was driving tractors for his father, Carl, on the family farm. And that passion has never waned. Ronnie built a family farm implement business with his brothers. You may know it as Carl F. Stotts and Sons. With one-of-a-kind service, Ronnie's hard work helped him build lifelong relationships. And in the Wisconsin Badgers, he found a basketball team with a work ethic he could relate to. A season ticket holder since the mid-'80s, Ronnie watched every game he could, even after discovering in early 2012 that he had pancreatic cancer. How Ronnie would have marveled at the Badgers in their run this season, and surely his spirit was there as they cut down the nets. Today, Ronnie's 5 children and 11 grandchildren are left with the lasting love of a man who never let cancer keep him on the sidelines. UW Platteville Fan of the Year, Kim Cohn. At 2011's Coaches vs. Cancer event, we, together with Kim, celebrated her triumph over breast cancer. Though it seemed the worst was behind Kim, in December of 2012, Kim was diagnosed with leukemia. And sadly, 6 months later, she passed at the age of 39. As the clerk of courts for Grant County, Kim went to work each day helping people through difficult situations with the same infectious smile and tireless determination that she took to battle cancer. Even while recovering from a bone marrow transplant, Kim insisted on having her computer with her in the hospital so she could keep serving her community. For Kim and her family, the fight is never over, nor is the memory of a life well lived. Kim's enduring spirit implores all of us to work, to fight, to prevail.